Hello, Sudha.
Hello, Magdi. Thank you so much for the beautiful meditation. And even though I couldn't sit through all of it, I mean, I just want some clarity. If I, assuming I heard you right, you used the word God and also Father. Did you say Father at some point?
Yes.
Today during the meditation. So I grew up with this goddess in a duality fashion, but then with all my exposure to Advaita, and I have this just for this body and mind to have an idea. It's like the God is the same as Brahman or the self, the consciousness is the way I understand. But at the same time, very recently, I figured out that I really, really like having this connection to God in a very tangible way. Because that's what this body mind, by in your words, like this body mind, my body mind, like it feels good when I feel like I have this protector and God.
Yes.
And that doesn't, so that's why these two words stood out to me. Like to me, these are like the people who always protected me, Father and God, like in human forms or in divine forms. So, and I'm trying to make sense of it all together because of this need. And then you use the words I'm needy, but then I feel like this biocomputer likes and needs this concept of God. So please talk about it. Thank you.
Yeah. So, God as your protector, it's a very good thing when God is there protecting you, yes? So, we want to make sure that God is there protecting me, see? So, I don't know, maybe we pray, we light a candle, we chant, we burn incense, and call God to come and protect me. And then hopefully then we experience that God is there protecting me. Sometimes maybe we don't feel God is protecting me, so we develop other ways of reaching out to God, and hopefully then He comes to protect me because I did some new things, I maybe made a pilgrimage, or whatever, and then I experience God is there to protect me. It's a different thing from loving your connection with God, you see. So the difference is that connection with God doesn't require you to do any personal activities, any personal feats. Or rather, it's a sort of a contemplation and an understanding that connection with God, if at all possible, uh, can be experienced in the moment, in this moment. Connection with God is very special. It's not a connection that is gonna. It's not a connection with something that appears and disappears.
Mm.
We may not perceive this connection, yes, but a connection with God is not a connection with something that is in time more. It's more on Tuesday, less on Wednesday. It's not something that appears and disappears. So if at all possible, this connection with God, which we determined is only meaningful in now, in this moment, and is a connection with that which neither appears nor disappears, which we call God or Brahman or whatever, the Absolute. What is that connection, if at all, in this moment? What is it in our experience in this moment?
I personally feel it like a grounding presence, if I have to use my words. It's like a very serene, peaceful. I don't know where the word grounding comes. Maybe that's something that's very peaceful and calm and grounding. And it's a presence in the moment.
Yes. Presence, awareness, being. Satchit, beingness. Yes, presence. That which in our experience cannot not be. That which is and cannot not be. It's hard to put in words. We say presence, awareness, beingness. It's not something that we experience phenomenally. It's not like, you can't grab it, you say, but at the same time, it's peace. So the mind conceptualizes a certain memory or a certain image or a certain experience, a certain maybe even mind state, whatever it experiences, or a body state or a feeling state, and becomes a pursuer, a seeker, a grabber, trying to. It moves away from being, it moves into time, it moves into sort of an impression of a movement, because we perceive things in movement, in relativity, in relation. If something is static, phenomenally, we don't perceive it. We perceive it in contrast, in movement. So from the mind's perspective, peace is a movement.
Wow.
But from peace, from being, from wisdom, from reality, the mind is movement. Again, we're using words because in fact there is no movement. In fact, it's an impression of movement. It's from the conceptual realm we say movement, but from being is no movement. The ocean is not moving, but from the perspective of waves, this wave is up and this wave is down. So the connection with God is what you really love, what you truly love. Much more than feeling the safety of God around you, or God's safeguarding you, watching over you. Of course, it's a different dimension, you say. But what you truly love is this connection with God, where the you in time with its worries and concerns sinks into God's being, where the worries and the concerns which require a movement, which are a movement of mind, sink into the stillness of being, the stillness of God. Now, in your life, there are activities, there are thoughts, perceptions, various events that are appearing to you. You are the non-movement within which the mind appears, the world appears.
Mm-hmm.
The world does not appear to itself. A movement does not appear to a movement, or a thought does not appear to a thought, or a thought appears to awareness, which is still, which is not moving. Allow the movement. Do not seek anything from the mind, because it will keep moving you into the next and next and next and next. There's no end to that river, to that stream.
Yeah, yeah.
Allow it to be as it appears. Don't try to fix it or arrange it or make it harmonious. Allow the mind to be what it is. Simply recognize the God, formless awareness, that which does not move. It's calling you to recognize yourself, to recognize yourself. It's inviting you to your true self. There is no more precious invitation.
Thank you.
Okay, Sudha.
Thank you.